What's poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We got some brand new footage. Gonna be alternating between the Ultimate Cup and some local stuff. So we do have Imperial versus Imperial. Got red-purple Imperial facing off against blue-green Imperial. Proxy's still kind of legal for these weeks, as we're still kind of beholden to Asmodee right now. Very little product is actually in the UK, so we're doing proxies where is necessary. I'm trying to avoid playing with like secret rare proxies. I'm trying to chase them down little by little, and we are trying to chase down a rookie here on the side of the blue-green Imperial. We're going to see Veemon. Veemon is going to allow him to then evolve a second target into the Shadramon, but it does not look like we have the Imperial, so instead we're just going to drop the Crimson Blaze, and we're going to go into Imperialdramon, which would suspend things with as many or fewer sources, but they just unsuspend straight away, so we'll just skip it. Evolve for one with the Wormmon in the back, and then a Wormbot in the front is going to find one, pitch off the other, and then we are going to initiate the DNA. Really solid hit there. As the Dynamite is going to bring back the Imperialdramon, then we're just going to go into the Imperial. But if he doesn't have the one that lets you swing into unsuspended with the piercing, won't get to go through the Imperialdramon. But 2 checks of damage, and of course selecting pile is the easiest way to do things there. And setting up the second body in the back, the Wormmon should be initiating the second one quite quickly. You could Megadeath the board, but if you... So the problem is as well, is he's threatening an ace, because if he swings here, suspends the Shadramon, swings and doesn't die, then he will live. Thanks to having jamming off of the Veemon, he will not die, so we're going to bounce back to hand, although we are going to partition out the bodies thanks to the Dino Bee. So it's actually not too shabby. Evolve from trash into the Veemon, then Veemon is going to swing in rather than contact fuse, because we actually just have enough checks to swing for game.
Matrix Digivolution.
Don't you hate it when you're in this situation? Trying to find the number on the dice to show how much DP gain your card has received. It's also unreadable. Now let's take a look at if you had some lovely markers from Conquest Collectibles. Right here you can see it's a lot quicker, a lot simpler, and a lot more efficient. Not only that, but you are signing yourself up to some high quality resin handcrafted markers available in purple, yellow, green, both light and dark, black, orange, and many more to your liking. So grab yours today from Conquest Collectibles, links in the description.
Yeah, very unfortunate start there for the blue-green Imperial. Didn't really get going, but red-green kind of cooking. And I want to cook up a quick little thank you to everyone that's been supporting the channel financially. Our members, starting off at the DigiEggs, we do have Walter Cereses, Cass Knights, John Esposito, and Jambo TCG. And the rookies, Riley Rob on the left, and we do have Greatness Beam. And all the way at the top, Justice Josh on the right, Mega Level and Ultimate here on YouTube, and ultimately going to be going second. The Salamon's an interesting one as a card that goes in the back. I guess it's another one of those evolve from trash type cards, and I believe she is free type, so it's a pretty decent pickup. Wormmon going to be trashing off the 5 that we need for the next turn. Let's see if we get the turn back, as we do see the Veemon Evo, and the Veemon does give back the memory. Stingmon going to go, and then as they are going to be going into that Duregress, we're going to gain back 2. We're going to go into the Imperialdramon, which is going to lock down the Wormmon. Not that it super matters. We're going to swing through it, unsuspended, jamming, piercing. And then we're going to swing once again, hits another rookie. Do we have an extension to go into the Dragon mode here? Dragon mode makes the most sense, because if he evolves by effect, which is what the Salamon will do, then it kind of keeps Brad on the back foot here. So this is a nice little floodgate turn from blue-green Imperial. Of course, as well, everything's under sticky web, so if they do go sideways, they stay sideways for the entire turn. But if Brad manages to make full combo here, since he's turn player, he actually gets to swing through and do everything. Gonna go into the Gatomon without using the Salamon effect. So Salamon Gatomon gonna swing in here. You see, looking at that Imperial Ace, we are gonna go into the Imperial Ace, hitting the dab, and it is going to clear the board this time. We get ready to go into probably rebuild number 2. No, gonna pass turn this time. Very quick start from Blue-Green Imperial on the second one, so it's going to hit into the Yoli. There's so many like Salamon Gatomon techs here for Red-Purple Imperial. I guess trying a different bottom end. I kind of dig it. I'm just going to choke over to 1. Yes, there's not much you can do from this situation, so we are going to go into Game 3. With Game 3 up and coming, I also want to say a big old thank you to the 3 that have been the ultimates here on our channel. The Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks, and 3 Strike Rule. Last but not least, the champions that do get that bonus content 1 month early from the podcast. We do have Shinikari, Coffee Deus, DHM, Solar Ouroboros, and Seb Bainbridge Coombs. We've got turn 1 starting with the Blue-Green Imperial going first. It's just going to pass over 2 with an XV in the back. Nothing special besides that. Veemon in the back, Wormmon in the front, and no targets to add, pitch, or... Well, yeah, no, those are the 2 things. Add or pitch. So all to the bottom. We're going to see the Daiken dropped in the back. So we can potentially push for go time now. We're going to have the Wormmon swing in, hit a Wormmon. Koromon is going to give us the draw though, and then Shadramon is going to bring back the Wormmon, who is going to get the proper search off this time, which will probably take the Shadramon, pitch off the Dino Beat, and then send the other to the bottom. The question is whether we have the Contact Fusion here, because none of them have end of turn Jogress, so he does actually have to go for that. He has to go kind of slow, kind of defensive this time, because it's the promo Shadramon rather than the other one, he can't initiate full combos, so he is kind of beholden to what comes out. Obviously the open pass is not ideal because it does come down for 3. We're going to strip out the 2 sources and then we are going to stun the board. Using the Daiken to strip out the sources, then we're going to swing. We are +1 memory, of course, yes, because we did Jogress, so did gain 1. Swings in with the jamming. I mean, spending 5 to Nidhogg here doesn't feel too bad. Although the problem is, actually, bottom decking it actually is pretty valuable. So he's going to spend the 3 to see if he can find a better target, but he cannot. So now, do you spend the 5? No, we're going to go double Wormmon. So he's going to leave the body on board. We're building for the second Imperialdramon here. Start of main, we can play out a Salamon from hand without paying the cost. There's no Dragon Mode Floodgate to try and lock him out from playing Digimon by effect. So we're playing the Wormmon. And then we're going to go into the Imperialdramon, going to gain back the 1. And because it is a DNA Digivolution, it's going to do the -4. Imperialdramon going to get that Dino Beat loaded up underneath. I'm just explaining the end of turn Jogress there because we are obviously on -1 memory. And then we are going to go into the Imperial. And Dragon Mode, he does get to pick 1 Digimon that will live. And then we're going to swing through it with Partition. Of course, Dragon Mode Ace, or Imperial Ace, Fighter Mode Ace is a problem, but we're just going to bottom deck instead. We're going to Nidhogg it, and we're going to be swinging. Oh, he selected the target. Yeah, so when attacking, he does have to bounce it back down in order to spin it, but I think he selected the attack target, so it's just going to be a fizzle there, going to give up the damage. Which I don't hate. Like, hitting a Megadeth with no Partition would kind of probably lose you the game. Although, it's not like he has another rookie anyway. So he is kind of beholden to just not getting Megadeth, but I think we would have seen it by now if we had it. Kind of fanned through all of his options here, and we're just going to pass over 3. Start of main, going to play out the Salamon. I'm going to evolve in the back. Salamon, interestingly, no use of the on-play effects. I'm going to swing. Because of the colors, it is going to gain an extra security attack. We are going to get the suspension, and we are going to hit into a Davis, which means that we are going to have that memory setter. Does double hit off of it, but swinging, it's for every color, it gains plus 1k, I think. So with red, purple, green, it's a lot of colors. And of course, set +1 off of the Imperial as well as the fighter mode. So that nice 3 check definitely speeds up the game and puts blue, green Imperial on. They better have it. Shadramon is not going to be building that second stack. Could have maybe gone, well, would have been able to pull up the Dynabee from trash, but looks like we're going to go for the poly option here. The Insect Dragon Knight or something like that. Plays out the Stingmon, and then you do get to contact fuse into a Imperialdramon off of the same effects. So just to figure out which Imperialdramon he wants, it's the only one he's got. Yeah. So it's 4-3, and then go into the Imperialdramon, and then probably tap the Daiken. Looks like we're going to go over the bigger stack, which makes sense. Going to gain back the 2, and then because it is a DNA Digivolution, we get to strip basically all the sources out, which now means that they're all locked down and cannot attack. It also means that were there to be a fighter mode ace, we'd be in for a little bit of trouble. Going to draw 3, is going to swing in for the 1 check unsuspend, swing once again. Thanks to yamming, we're going to Bomboclat into security with no worries about any security options. This XV is going to swing in as well. I'm going to drop a Stingmon for 3, and there comes Imperialdramon, which should be a bottom deck, and that is going to be swing and unsuspend for game. So if you like seeing the Imperials kind of get their little combo turns each and go 1 for 1, different flavors of the same deck, then make sure to smack the like button on your way out. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do that, and consider ringing the notification bell. And as always, when you can be anything in this world, make sure to be kind, and until next time, have yourselves a damn good one.